Welcome again, everyone, to another episode of the Established 1982 Podcast, the geek culture podcast hosted by responsibly irresponsible adults that have loved video games, comic books, movies, and TV ever since 1982. It's your boy Wale, the Lawnsman Analog, and of course, I got across from me on the table my homie. He's a shinobi. He's the Cerebral Ninja. G. And of course, I got the benevolent shipmate, Mr. 1%. He is our resident elitist Rolls Royce elite.
Yes, sir.
Oh, before we get into the topic of today, Crisis. That's CW Crisis, and it indeed was a crisis, a catastrophic crisis of garbage. I'm gonna just start it off.
Oh, wow.
I don't even care. I'm gonna just give you my opinion at the top.
You didn't even tease the folks?
I sure did.
We were supposed to reveal that. But okay. All right.
I have become the resident hater these days. I have taken it away from the Cerebral Ninja.
There was no lead up to the...
No, he uses a sword, and I prefer blunt trauma, you know what I'm saying, Monier style.
Shock.
You know what I'm saying?
Shock value, yeah.
Bruh, I ain't got time for swords. I like clean killing. I like
Louisville Slugger.
Right. Yeah. Wham! But before we get into that, man, we just want to acknowledge those that have been so instrumental to this podcast in terms of providing financial support out on patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. If you want to be a member and join who we affectionately refer to as Mandarin's 10 Rings, 10 supporters that have pledged their financial support out on patreon.com/EST1982 podcast, you can go there and do the same. The same thing that many of those of you out there listening, 10 of you, have done. One being my lovely wife, Carrie Ledbetter. Thank you for your support. We have Jamal Weidman representing that Philly. Thank you for your support. Raphael M. Jordan. Thank you, sir. Brandon King, a.k.a. Enigmatic 52. Thank you so much. Terrence, don't call me Richie Rich. Thank you, sir, for your support. We have Militant Billy, a.k.a. Mage TV. The Professor, thank you too, both of you, for your support in here. We got Johnny Prototype out there in Cali. Thank you so much for supporting us financially. And we also have Tori Moore. She's in the ATL representing. Thank you so much for your support. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Jim Stumball. Thank you, sir, for your support. Again, if you would like to join these ranks and become possibly Ocean's 11 in this thing right here that we call the Mandarin's 10 Rings, come on in here at patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. So without any further ado, we will go into what we like to call the binge as we discuss what we may have consumed by way of geek culture, whether it be in video games, comic books, movies, and TV. And as we always do when we do the binge, we start with one Cerebral Ninja, Hattori Hanzo. Gaming again, sir?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Too much stuff, so I'm going to do a speed round.
Okay, let's go.
All right, television.
All right.
Great new series on HBO called The Outsider.
Yeah, okay, I've heard things about that.
It's a Stephen King story.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Ben Mendelsohn. He's always a villain in everything. He was a villain
Some
in
people just
Rogue
play
One.
villains all the time. Yeah. Like, what's my man played the, what's his name? I can see his face. The Goblin.
Willem Dafoe.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah. He got a villainous face.
Correct.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Villain. They just got villain faces.
Yeah, and yes.
Yeah,
Yep. So this guy, he's a villain in Rogue One and the villain in Ready Player One as well.
Okay.
And so he is the lead detective on this horrific child murder, and it's the investigation of that. And it is very, very, very similar to True Detective. There was another HBO series called Sharp Objects with Amy Adams that was fantastic, that I loved. It's real strong vibes of that, and that it's this horrific murder in this small southern, kind of town, and it's beautifully shot, wonderfully
Southern
acted.
Towns always have the murder.
I don't know, yeah, and it's and it has a whole creepy,
they don't murder
right,
the
creepy murder.
Yeah, it's like a southern gothic, I think is what they call that, but it's just that whole vibe is just different, and so I love it. The way that it's told, they kind of jump around, like when the person is remembering something, it flashes back to that, and as you're watching it, you don't know until you realize, oh, it's a memory, because then they kind of cut back. But the way that everything is shot and done is absolutely beautiful. I've seen the first 2 episodes so far, and it's really strong. I'm super excited about it. I would prefer not to give too much of a description because really the roller coaster that you go through on the first episode is quite a bit. It's great, and I don't want to ruin that because really the setup for the whole series is that first episode. But I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
So just please watch it. It's really good. If you at all like True Detective, if you like any of the HBO prestige dramas, really, I mean,
and Watchmen ain't coming back, so
yeah, it's done.
Find you something to watch.
Correct. Dang it. Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying dang it is because, after Watchmen, I was like, okay, I can cut off my I can cut it off.
No,
my
you
HBO.
cannot.
And this one is a one and done, so it's going to be 8 episodes, and then is or 10.
You didn't
Whatever.
watch Westworld?
I
coming
did,
back
but it's
this-
not.
it's
I
coming back
know,
this year?
but it's not out yet.
Right.
So,
So
you
you
can cut it off.
cancel
You can
it.
turn it
Yeah,
off. That's
exactly.
correct. That's
And
correct.
the in between, it's like
the
they
three-
put one
three and a
out
half
where it's like
years.
it makes you want to turn it on.
HBO
again.
knows
Kids
what they're
be in
doing.
college by the time
They
the new
keep
one come
they
out.
keep doing this stuff in drips and drabs, and they overlap them.
Yes.
So they
You
they
can't
try to
quit
keep
if you
going.
get-
No.
Yeah, and then once Outsider is done, they'll say, "Here's a new season,
West-
Insecure,"
Exactly.
and then here's
Right.
Westworld after that.
Get it.
Yeah, so it's always something.
Yeah.
So that's it on the TV front.
Okay.
So with the gaming, one is Rose and I have been playing the latest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare,
Oh yeah.
and it's my first online gaming in years.
Really?
Years.
That's right. You're more of a
Yeah, solo single player.
I've become that dude also.
A lot of fun. So I continue to be absolute garbage at
Same,
a
same.
multiplayer
Same.
like a deathmatch
Matchmaking.
situation. Just trash.
I'm always the liability on anybody's
trash.
team. Always.
How these guys just
Always.
in a split second are
Put one in their
headshot,
forehead.
headshot.
I don't get it.
I'll never understand as long as I live how they're able to do that.
There's aim assist, but that's mostly PC.
PC's
stuff.
got the aimbots. These are console.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it
I'll
on
never
console.
get it. I'll never get it.
Yeah.
But so it's a miserable experience when you're playing multiplayer death matches.
Absolutely.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But this one has a very very deep
Co-op.
mode. And there's multiple types of co-op games, and within each of those types, there's multiple missions. So
Right.
a lot of co-op stuff. So you can have a 4-man squad against computer control players. They're very long and very difficult missions. We've completed only one. In the weeks that we've been playing,
Right.
we've only completed one of the missions all the
Sound
way
like
through.
Division stuff.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
You've got what's standard issue now for the Call of Duty series. You can mod your weapon, and as you rank up the weapon, you can unlock different stuff to modify scopes and foregrips and etc.
Yeah, it gets
You've
real.
got your perks,
Firearm
whole bunch of
nerd
perks.
stuff,
Yeah, but and then you've got your 3 perks, and each of those slots you've got different things that you can do. Run faster or scavenge bodies or
more
the way
stuff.
to the whole thing. Okay, so you got all those that you can configure that to whatever suits your play style and whatever type of tactical grenades as well as fragmentation or destructive grenades that you know. So I love all that kind of customization that you can do there. It's a lot of fun. It changes. You can really make it suit your play style. You can do a thing that you can use for your entire team. So you can have a team healing or team armor or whatever. So that's a thing that you can deploy
that's almost
strategically.
like That's interesting that you are taking a liking to this because
Love
this is the type of game you don't like. You literally sound like you're describing an MMO type game,
But it's
that's not in a fantasy or science fiction because that sounds
All
a
that
lot
kind of
like
stuff, yeah.
Destiny.
Yes.
but it's not.
But
You
the
know what I'm saying?
primary
It's-
gameplay, though, really is just run and gun
Right,
first person shooter.
right.
But it does have all those
Right,
elements.
yeah.
Yeah, which I really enjoy. So I can't speak highly enough for that one. Really, it's turned it around for me because I was done with Call of Duty. Like I haven't played the last 2 prior to this one.
Yeah,
and I really thought I was
never
finished.
owned a Call of Duty.
And what I liked is that in that co-op they have special ops. They have classic special ops that call back to earlier stages in like the earlier games. So they have
Really
that,
cool.
and then on top of that they have new stuff. So
It's a lot of fun.
it's very fun.
So going in and working together and
And different mission types.
Yeah.
You know, it's either gathering intel or whatever. So
Cool.
yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one other game that I've been playing is Far Cry New Dawn. So
They got another one.
big fan of the Far Cry series. Yes,
You
they
love
have
Far
yet
Cry.
another one.
Yes.
I do love them. And it's the same premise every time.
The last
and
one
that's
was a religious cult people,
Yes.
right?
So here's the thing. Okay, so this is the first in the series because this one's, instead of being called Far Cry 6, it's Far Cry New Dawn. Okay, and what they're doing is it is a direct sequel to the last one with the people with the crazy cults. All the rest of them, it's just been a totally new thing.
Right.
New part of the world.
Silo kind of
Yeah, this
stuff.
was the first one. The last one was the first one that was ever set in the U.S., right? And it was with the
I
crazy
remember you
religious
said
cult.
that, yeah.
So, spoilers for this other game that, if you haven't played it by now, it's literally, if you read the description of the new game, it,
Goes back to the old.
yeah. So, this crazy cult in the last game, he's preparing for this collapse, right? The collapse.
they
And
always
he's
do.
going, always the doomsday thing. So, into the game, you finally got the dude, you're about to do the thing, you've cornered him in his bunker, you're going to, put two in this dude's head
Yeah.
and sort this thing out. Bombs drop. Bombs actually drop.
Like
everything
like
gets
the cult
obliterated,
said.
just like the cult said. Finito. You're stuck in the bunker with the dude that you've been fighting literally the whole game. The game ends. It's like a thumb in your eye.
Is that
it's like
right?
screw you.
That's
The
pretty
craziest ending
That's pretty gangster.
of a game ever.
That's pretty gangster
Wow.
though.
Yes.
That's pretty gangster though. I like that.
So
that's different.
this one picks up 17 years later. People come out of the bunkers, and now you're in this sort of a post-apocalyptic, whatever.
What happened to the dude?
That's crazy. Is you're now a new character. You do eventually meet up with the cult has chilled out because they're like,
We did it.
We
Told
did it.
you.
We
She
did.
told
Yeah, so
y'all.
they're cool now. So you actually at some point have to go and work with them against this new threat. This basically Mad Max. It's Negan. The antagonist in this, it's this pair of sisters, which is the first in video game history, as far as I'm aware of, two African American chicks are the antagonists of the game, and they're just straight up Negan. It's Negan. They roll in hard, they kill a couple of people, and then they say, "All your stuff is our stuff now.
All your
we'll
babes
come back
belong to us."
There you go. We'll come back when we need some more. Get to work, and it's just straight
What?
Negan. And yeah,
Negan.
yes, and so that's how that goes. And
Wow.
you were a part of a group that was helping people out around the country, and you were coming in on a train. They derail your train, kill all your people, and you're the only survivor of that. So you go back to this other group that's being oppressed by these two sisters, the twins, and you help to lead
Like
this
the Hilltop.
uprising against them. It's exactly like it's they didn't even
Crazy.
pretend to
Right.
try to.
We're gonna just steal.
Yeah. But so you go to, because again, you got to build your numbers up to resist the highwaymen is what they're called. So you go to the cult. Your character from the last game is now full mask, hood, bow and arrow, does not speak, and is the right hand man of
The cult
the
dude.
cult dude now. So in the 17
Because
years in the
he
bunker.
got proselytized by the cult dude.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So the whole time I'm like, man, that's me. Like, that's my guy, my poor guy. Like, that's terrible, But that's me from the other game.
That is novel.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
That's
So they get all the points for that.
Good
as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
Good
man.
writing
Who
on
wrote
that.
that? That's dope,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's really cool. So the game is same stuff as usual as all the others. You get to, the bases, and you get to basically have it straight out of like the Arkham series, where you can clear a base and do these challenges, and try to
Right.
you get bonuses for no alarms set off, for never being detected, and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So I love that to death. And you craft your weapons, craft your perks, and all the the standard issue stuff. So I really enjoy all that. Really having a lot of fun with the game, but definitely the novelty of the writing, of what they did there, and with these antagonists. Because again, I don't recall a single black woman antagonist in any game I've ever played ever.
Right.
So it's a pair of twins, and that's different. So
Right.
pretty cool game. Love it. A lot of
That
fun.
sounds like worth the cost.
Yeah.
Paid. Full price? Gift.
Oh, dude, it was on some like.
I don't know how new the game
First
is.
of all, it was a gift, but yeah, it was on Black Friday or whatever, man. I
$12.
scooped up. Yeah, it was like 15. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I got everything.
Okay.
So
that sounds dope though.
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's a
really
great game.
sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. 1%.
Man, real quick. They're movies.
Okay.
First movie by Ryan Johnson. of Star Wars Last Jedi fame. Yes.
Everybody's favorite.
Yes, he has a movie called Knives Out.
Yes, I've heard about that movie.
I've heard
coworker
nothing
of
but
mine,
good things about that.
Yeah, a coworker of mine talks very highly of
Yes,
that movie.
Chris Evans is in it. Jamie Lee Curtis.
My man
Don
from Atlanta's
Johnson.
in it, right?
Who?
Dude from Atlanta.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield
Yeah,
is in
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Craig is excellent in it. A lot, just a all-star ensemble. Murder mystery.
Yeah.
Very good. There were twists and turns in the murder mystery. The payoff was at the end on how, who was the murderer, who done it. It's basically taking an Agatha Christie kind of, murder mystery. It's inspired by that. Really good movie. Really entertaining. Comedic moments in it. Daniel Craig was excellent in it as the detective, one of the detective characters, or the main detective. Lakeith Stanfield was great. He has a lot. He's a very good actor. Just subtle. He makes subtle facial expressions that will make you laugh and go, "Yeah, I would have made that same face if I was in this situation."
He is a relatable dude. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
Except when he's super high in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But he might relate to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Just not me.
So I mentioned Rian Johnson in Star Wars, and speaking of that, I did a second viewing of Rise of Skywalker.
I thought you'd already seen it twice.
No, I only saw it once.
Really?
And I had
Ninja, you saw it
3 times.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I remember.
3.
That
Right. So after our review,
I should be burnt out.
and
Your cornea should be just gone.
right. Wow.
Brain cells.
Yeah.
Right, just
Yeah.
dead.
But anyway, to make this quick, after our review of Rise of Skywalker, I started, and Hattori really got me down a path of like, okay, there's a lot more to Star Wars than just the 2 movies we were agonizing about.
Do tell.
So I did a second viewing of it, and it held up, and it felt better. I still felt some of the same feelings, but it has inspired me to go back and look at the whole. Like I want to go
other
back.
2?
No, I actually want to go back
All the way back
to the beginning.
What? To New Hope beginning?
To the prequels.
Is that
watch in order.
Yeah.
And watch in order, and also, I mean, it's going to be a torturous task for sure. But I want to watch Rebels.
The mall scenes.
I want to watch.
Make it right for you.
I want to watch Clone Wars. I want to play Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
I really want to know the lore.
You want to? Okay.
Because there's a lot of things that
you're going to be a student now.
Correct.
Okay.
Padawan, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those
I got that.
Those were the 2 movies I saw.
Yeah.
And I it's interesting doing the second viewing. Like you want to hate when you see the first viewing, like this is garbage, But then if you and again, I'm able to do this because I have a Regal Unlimited card. So
I need to get them
so
home.
that because you can watch as many movies as you want. You just pay one fee, and you can watch as many movies as you want.
Yep.
So there's no limit on that, even like new. Really? Okay.
No.
So how
No,
are they
those
getting
days of
How are they?
was it
Movie Pass?
Movie Pass. Those,
So how are they getting around that?
Honestly,
not to
I
derail.
don't-
How do they?
I don't
'Cause they
expect
didn't
it to.
want
I can't comprehend.
Yeah.
It's like $20 a month,
Because that's what.
and I can see 3 a week, no limitations. So they could be 3 IMAX movies. My IMAX movies alone are $17.50 or whatever.
Yeah, how? That's not a
I
sustainable
have
business model.
no
That's how Movie
idea.
Pass went under.
Wale, I have no idea.
You just won't say
I
nothing.
don't.
Just keep.
It's one of those things where like I hate. I hate to talk about it on the podcast.
Right,
I don't
because
want people to
get, get up on game.
Because once people start doing it,
What?
it's gonna they're either gonna double the price or it's gonna go away.
Here's
Yeah, like I don't know. I have no idea how it's
I'm
I don't
sorry
know how they're
happening.
doing that.
I'm subscribing to what you explained to me. Like
People like my wife is what's keeping it going, because she's probably used it. She's been subscribed to it for 4 months and has probably seen 3 movies.
But the movie lovers,
see what I'm
I
saying?
see.
But
so
see-
if there's more of those
For
out
every
there,
one of
then
us,
there's
there's
like 5.
5.
Okay, so that's how the model.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
also the peripherals. So like the
Oh, y'all people with that popcorn and all that other
right
stuff.
the
Yeah.
overpriced popcorn and the drink, and then with the points, you keep getting points, and they encourage you to use the points for upgrading popcorn and drinks. So that's how they're making.
They might have figured it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the same like with burgers and stuff. It's like you want to upgrade your fries. They're making more money off of the 25-cent upgrade than actually buying the meal.
That's
or,
correct.
Selling computer systems. They're making more off of the printers and the scanners and USB drives and all that stuff than they are the computer.
Okay.
So I think that's
why MoviePass failed then. They didn't have
any of that
other stuff.
And they were putting limits on. The problem was they were putting limits on the movie.
limitation. Day one, you can see the Thursday night premiere of an IMAX.
MoviePass was like that at first, and then this isn't working. So and then they tried to. Then they started trying to.
You couldn't see the same one twice.
Right.
And we got to get to Christ.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, let's talk about MoviePass. This is the MoviePass episode. Of,
the problem with MoviePass was they didn't get the studio's buy-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pass is coming from the movie theater itself, so.
But God bless MoviePass because
this
crap would have they forced their hand. Basically. Yeah.
That's right.
They realized, this is out here. Yep, this is out here. This is going to happen whether we like it or not. So let's do our own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So AMC has theirs, Regal. But anyway,
right.
The reason I brought that up is because doing that second viewing and not having to pay double on something that I
may or may
not liked.
That's right.
Or hated at first. Now, if there's something I really hated, I'm not gonna go back to it. Right. But when I was like in the middle, kind of like watching it again, it helps me either form a stronger opinion, like I know I hated that movie, or going no, I can appreciate that now. Same thing happened with I mentioned that in our Bad Boys for Life review. So. Anyway, that was Rise of Skywalker. Have a better appreciation for the Star Wars franchise. Okay. Still has its problems, but I'm going to go back and really dive into the lore.
Okay.
Love Mandalorian, so
whole lot of lore now because they're throwing in the Mandalorian had everybody running back to see what went on in Clone Wars and
also Knights
Rebels. Good Lord, there's like 11 billion skillion episodes.
And there's games on Knights of the Old Republic, and there are rumors.
Those are like 1,000 years before everything, right? Those don't interest me. That's like too far back.
But they are already there. There are signs that they're going to Disney Plus is going to greenlight
Midichlorians.
All right, well then I'll check it out.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Well then I'll check it out.
There you go.
Yeah,
man. All right then. Well, I didn't have anything. I'm still fighting through Sakito. Good Lord.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I got. I'm not gonna belabor that any further. Let us go into the CW. Now we 1982 is actually a network as it were of a number of podcasts, right? This one obviously the flagship, the Naomi and the Far Sector podcast, based on 2 comic books that center around African American main characters, women, in the DC universe. And then we had the Watchmen, a podcast, and then we have Black Lightning, which is one of the CW shows.
Funny how we're gravitating a lot toward the DC side of things. DC has been putting.
They're
stuff
the ones
out.
that's putting stuff out.
Right.
At the completion of the Infinity Saga, it's like they're kind of they're restarting and they're in the midst of getting stuff out there, and they're not really they're transitioning with Disney Plus and stuff like that. And the only thing we had was Mandalorian as far as from Disney Plus. So Marvel, we still waiting on Marvel to get their stuff popped kicked off. So yeah, interesting. It has been a lot of DC. We chose Black Lightning to do a podcast on just because of the nature of the culture, Black culture, and the representation. And so
same with the other 2.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So I personally did not.
It's funny.
I mean, but by design.
Right.
I personally didn't watch any of the CW shows just because I didn't have an interest in it. And I would hear you now. I'll take that back. I watched like first season of Arrow, and I just kind of stopped watching it. And I heard a lot of people say, because I got on a little bit late enough for people who have watched season 2 and said, "Oh no, bail." You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just terrible. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put myself through that. The first season was like 100 episodes, like 20 something episodes.
It's too many.
It's it's too many. So I just got tired and didn't want to get into
they have the full order 26.
Yeah, too many.
Right. Yeah, way too many. Right. For any series, right?
Yeah.
So, and I didn't watch Flash because I would listen to the Cerebral Ninja talk about they don't do enough Flash stuff, and when they doing that, I start drawing. I don't care about all the discussions and the personal struggles, relationship related struggles, and I didn't want to get into that.
So sad.
Don't care about any Kryptonian other than Kal-El. Don't care. So I never wanted to watch Supergirl. Never, just didn't care. So that being said, Crisis was down, coming down the pike. And they was talking about a Crisis, Infinite Earths. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, okay, they bringing everybody in here. And when I say everybody, they was just dropping everybody. We talking about they going all the way back to Burt Ward. Yes. I'm like, what role is this gonna do? Right. This dude gonna play?
Right.
Burt Ward and people from '89 Batman and all these people and Kevin Conroy. I'm like, Burt, what is this? So my worry was that upon viewing it, I would feel as if I would not enjoy it as much or get an appreciation for it because of my lack of interest in the main properties it's centered around. Because the whole thing was kicking off and I guess they were announcing the end of Arrow's series. And he was the, and I use this term very loosely, the Iron Man of this universe. Yep. But by no means is a comparable comparison to the great Tony Stark and the kickoff of what has become a marvelous, see what I did there, universe. Yes. Yep. And this is their way. This was their way of, I guess, of having this event. Mm-hmm. Similar to an Infinity Saga, if you will.
Very.
Now, I'm not gonna act like they just stole idea. This is old, old DC canon lore. There was this is a thing in the comics. Crisis, crossovers, infinite Earths, and heroes from every Earth. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this. Yeah. I'll watch it because I don't want to not watch it. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. This might be all right. I will put aside the fact that I hadn't watched it. And so I watched it, and it started on December 7th.
Somewhere in there, yep.
And, it just took the first episode. No, it was 3 episodes back to back, right? Like 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Killed my Utah spirit. It was the holidays, a good time. And I hadn't watched such corny tomfoolery, campy garbage, man. I had nothing. Okay, can we? I bet not. Somebody else talk, and I would, because I could go all day long about how bad that the first. We're gonna talk about the first 3, and then we'll go to the last 2 they just recently wrapped up in their whatever they call, whatever they regard as a climactic end.
All right, so I generally agree with you in that the CW shows, I've stepped away from them for quite some time ago. I would tune in for the big crossover every year, but otherwise I've largely ignored. I've missed the last season of Flash I saw was the one with Savitar, so whenever that was. That was the last full season that I've seen. Yeah. Arrow, gosh, I couldn't tell you what the last one that I stopped that one ages ago. I bailed on Legends of Tomorrow. So I
forgot about that garbage. Yeah.
I even quit Black Light. I hadn't seen a single episode of season. So I don't watch any of the CW shows. They're bad.
Season 2 was tough. Season 2 was tough. That Black Lightning. It was tough.
Oh wait, season 3, right? Is that
season 2?
Which one are they on now?
They're on 3 now.
Okay,
3 was good.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I haven't seen a single episode of season 3.
That's correct.
Yes, is what I meant to say.
Right.
So, they're bad. They're bad shows.
Come back to us, man.
They are really bad. They're subpar. And I think, Wally, you mentioned before, but it's really hard when you see something like Daredevil, Watchmen.
Yeah, and it's unfair. We get it.
I know it's
unfair.
But
it is what it is. You can't unsee it.
Yeah,
you can't unsee.
These are really subpar. So I'd say I enjoyed this crossover the least of all the other crossovers they've done, which is astonishing.
Another one. I can believe they did one. And then,
there was a lot of things I enjoyed in the beginning. Seeing, First of all, so I am that dude that I hung in there. I didn't finish the series out. I bailed on the last season and a half, but I watched many ever umpteen seasons of Smallville back in the day. And then I came back for the final episode. So to see, they gave you an epilogue for that series.
They did.
You know, to see, okay.
I did the research on it because I didn't watch Smallville. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, to see him again, to see, yes, he married Lois.
Yeah.
They had kids. And
Living
he was
on the
able
farm,
to successfully.
chilling.
Yeah, like, just be fine. He didn't stick with Superman. He didn't do the Superman thing. He just, like, got
let
to
it go.
have. No, like, that's cool.
Let it go.
Just getting to see that, you know?
Yep.
Getting to see, same deal. I'm that guy that actually watched every episode of Birds of Prey. Love that one. So getting to see those people again was like amazing to me that they went through the trouble of getting those and they gave you these additional stories of how these other properties ended, like what happened 20 years on or 10 years on on some of these other properties. So that stuff was amazing to me. The way they pulled these cameos together, the way that they acknowledge the existence of every single thing they've ever done. It exists out there, and it is an Earth. That it's been done before. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did it. I think they're the first ones to do it.
Really?
So there was an animated movie. I can't remember which one it was, but same deal. They start multiverse hopping. So they go to the original, the OG black and white joint where they all have the same,
same
and they
color,
look
red.
weird, little stunning. And they
Mm-hmm.
go to the goofy '90s. Hey, pizza time! Cowabunga. They go to that one. They're like,
classic
man, what is this?
Right.
So they did that in that show. So the idea is not a new one, but I loved it nonetheless. So that part I thoroughly enjoyed. It's just all of the story and action that I hate.
Terrible.
All of the story and action. The action is so bad and it's so nonsensical that like Superman and Supergirl and Flash have to retreat, but then Green Arrow stays behind and turns saved 1 billion lives with the extra minute he held out.
Can we talk about?
How about maybe Superman? You stay behind and let Green Arrow go, because whatever he's doing with his arrows for that minute, like Superman can do,
bruh,
or
listen,
Flash, or
let's talk about that. Because
sorry.
And I'm sorry to jump all over your Rose.
No, you're not.
We talked at length about this. Y'all gonna stop taking a dump on my man Kal-El? Can we stop doing this, man? What is going on with my man?
Can I
what is going on with my man? Like, I understand. Like, even when they keep the Kryptonians behind to do something, he carries Supergirl's water.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It wasn't like that before.
What are we doing?
Look, in the first season of Supergirl, they constantly had to explain why Superman wasn't fixing whatever the issue was. And there was one episode where Supergirl got laid down. And I was like, man, where is Superman? This is a serious threat. Where is Superman? And she's on the ground and coming in and out of consciousness. And boom, you see his boots land, and he just dusts that thing with the heat vision, whatever, sews up the problem in 2 seconds flat, picks her up and flies her home. I'm like, that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
He's
garbage.
He has continuously gotten weaker and weaker and weaker every season.
He's sad and needs a pep talk from Supergirl. And
I don't know.
Man,
they
who
nerfed
is this dude?
Yeah, they nerfed him from
what
the first.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Because when he showed up, he was like clearly superior to her, like in abilities and all that stuff. And it's her show.
You have a show.
Yeah.
And you got to, but we got to stop this, man. We got to stop this continued neutering of Superman.
Guess what?
What?
CW has ordered a Superman show.
Oh, word?
Have they?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You didn't post that link in the group chat. When did that happen?
Yeah, they're saying that's going to be a thing.
So what is he going to?
It's going to
cry on him.
It's going to basically.
That's all
it's basically. It's basically.
This is us, Kryptonian edition.
Well, it's basically Lois and Clark Part 2.
Oh, that's some garbage.
Oh man, I thought you meant like for real Superman.
That's that garbage.
Well, I mean, Superman's going to be. It's going to be about him, but it's still
Oh man, we're raising a family in the suburbs.
Because in the Crisis, they have 2 sons.
They have 2 of them, but is he?
And
he's
like, there's 2 sons. Spin off. It's like
right. Yeah. Oh man, and stop taking the man. There are so many things wrong. Rose. We've been dominating the conversation. Me particularly dominating this thing. Rose.
Okay, so unlike you guys, call me a glutton for punishment. Maybe call me corny, but I will watch. I've watched multiple seasons of. Now I'm behind on Supergirl. I haven't watched the last season of Supergirl.
Misogynist, go ahead.
Right.
No,
the only reason
don't like Boo Boo. That's all.
The only reason I watched Arrow is because what they did, and they got me on this. They kept saying Crisis is coming,
right.
and they used the last season of Arrow. They made the season shorter
to set it up,
and it was only 8 episodes. I was like, oh, I can do that. And every episode was pointing to the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I enjoyed it because they were trying to wrap a bow on the Arrow series and also set this up. So they got me on that one. Flash, I need to catch up on this season of Flash. Flash is starting to wear on me a little bit. Flash was the primo show for me in all of the CW shows. That was the one where I feel like they got the spirit of it right.
Yeah.
But I think the formula gets old after a while of the villain of
the week.
It works. It works to his advantage in most cases, but you start to get tired if they start running out of villains, and then it's like Bubblegum Man, or I'm making this up, but yeah, when the villain starts becoming Bubblegum Man, I'm like, okay, okay,
Bubblegum Man.
There's a lot of rogues that you can pull from and pull some interesting stories from, or take a major rogue and maybe have a 3-episode arc. And build up the season that way instead of having these one shot.
Dude.
Oh, this person got soaked up with dark energy and
he's gone now. Like
dark matter.
Say his name backwards, he'll go away.
Right,
Mixoplex.
Yeah. So, and then Legends of Tomorrow, it got so bad that I had to bail.
Oh, see, I can't
like
believe
when they
the
did
Furbies
Bebo,
came out, bro.
Yeah, when Bebo
come on, man.
Yeah, when Bebo came out, I was done. I said I can't do this anymore.
They brought Bebo back
for
this foolishness.
Right. Now I'm gonna say, guys, we're in the minority here. I think
we are.
Oh yeah.
Get out on the web. They think it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
people talking about it, comparing it to Endgame. Now listen.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Everybody knows my stance.
I'll finish my take on that.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Everybody knows my stance on Endgame, right? Everybody knows I wasn't happy, but I'm not a fool either. Now let's not be stupid.
Yeah.
You know. We are not going to compare.
Keep that name out your mouth.
Keep that name out your mouth.
Seriously.
You understand what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
That is blasphemous on every level. Like, you cannot put this garbage, this crisis garbage, in the same place with Infinity War and Infinity Saga. I mean, you can't. You can't.
So let's dive into why we feel like it's garbage.
All right.
So
you start.
Okay. So the problem I had with it was, like you said, the writing and the story.
Terrible.
Now, I made a point of saying that I still watch the shows because they scratch an itch for me in terms of superhero shows. I'm willing to accept that it's on the CW versus HBO. Like the Daredevils, and I agree with you. 1,000% agree with you guys. After I watch Watchmen and then come back to that,
tough.
It's a tough transition.
Super bad.
Absolutely.
But I've been able to turn my brain off and go, okay, this is Flash, not Daredevil.
You on the spam,
right? Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I'm there. So, and then there's some in between where it's like DC Universe has put out some series that I've been intrigued in. I've been let down on the second season of Titans. But I love Doom Patrol.
Yes.
Swamp Thing was strong.
Too bad it died.
Yeah.
Due to financial issues.
Right. So, yes. The formula, there's a bit of comedic relief in the formula on all of these shows. That's the through line. The problem I had with Crisis is like, okay, this is your, and I'm putting huge quotes on this. This is your in-game event. You're actually calling back, and here's a problem I have. Here's a problem I have with. Here's a problem I have with DC. And I'm only saying DC because the only two examples I can draw from, one is BVS. The moment Zack Snyder said Dark Knight Returns out of his mouth, I was like, bet.
Bet.
And then we got Batman versus Superman.
Got that boo-boo.
Dawn of Justice. And then the second example is Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is referencing a legendary book by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, where DC said, we want to take our continuity and have a crossover event in 12 issues where there are...
It was the OG.
Yes, it was legitimate stakes. Your the characters that you care about, some of them ain't going to make it.
Right.
They ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it. And we're going to move on.
Yep.
Yeah, they might come back, but we're going to move on. Yeah. You're gonna feel the pain from these characters.
That's correct. So don't get attached.
Right.
It's going down.
So this title calls back to that legendary series. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Now, I'm able to turn my brain off and go, I know these guys can't go panel to panel to capture what this did.
Yeah.
But with this whole TV universe stuff, I was all in because they have put enough shows out in the universes where, and they've always talked about, well, Supergirl was on CBS, so she's on Earth 45 or whatever.
Right.
I don't know what
38,
number.
I think.
Yeah, 38. So I was like, okay. So I can see, I could see it coming. I was like, okay, they're going to bring all of them into one world. Apparently Black Lightning was on a different Earth.
Yep.
I guess there was a Freeland Earth.
That's right.
You know, the Purdy and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so I was intrigued by that. So I was all in, and I thought the casting was spot on with LaMonica Garrett with the Monitor. Like the outfit looked close to the comic. The Anti-Monitor, they just took the same guy and just
kind of did some stuff.
Right. Yeah. That's the problem that I have with this is don't evoke the old feelings of like, we're going to take something legendary and then we're going to try to give you something else. Like, if you tell me Dark Knight Returns, you better give me a play-by-play Dark Knight Returns movie.
Yeah.
And it can be a one-shot, and I will be there and watch it 50,000 times. But don't say we're going to do Dark Knight Returns and then you give me BVS where we take a dump on Superman.
Right.
Boy.
And then we destroy Ben Affleck's, love of
Spirit.
Batman. His spirit. We literally destroyed that guy.
Broke that dude.
Geek
man.
culture destroyed him.
They straight banged him.
Yeah, there's YouTube videos of him looking sad.
His
like,
back.
right. Literally.
Yeah.
So with this one, the problem that, and y'all can dive into it, the main problems I had with it was the comic, the corny writing.
Yes,
terrible.
There was at least 9 to 10 references of people going,
crossover.
"Oh, is this your first crossover?"
Terrible.
No, like
Terrible.
stop
Terrible.
doing the
Terrible.
Meta.
Terrible.
Yeah, the meta stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrible.
do it one time, but it was like the same joke played over and over again.
Awful.
Second thing, what are we fighting here? Okay, I get the imminent threat with the wave of antimatter destroying the Earth.
I think I know
awesome.
where he's going with this.
But what are we fighting? In the book, the characters fought each other because they were confused. They were like, "What Earth are you from? This Earth? No, battle. Like, no, Superman. Yeah, we're butting heads.
They tried that though. It was dumb and stupidly done.
Fought.
Ugh.
Right. Yeah, that was awful.
So stupid.
And here's my thing. I would prefer not to have, and again, I'm going back on what I said. I like this, based on BVS, I like the spirit of when they introduced the Superman in the TV universe. But don't put him, don't bring him here. And what I mean by that is, again, that's a whole, and again, that's a whole podcast to itself. and I think we should talk about that.
Yeah.
How Superman's character, nobody knows how to write him.
Nobody. Not a soul.
This event here should be Superman laden. Like,
Right.
Superman should be throwing crazy blows. There should be battles.
He's the one everybody is leaning on.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is the dude that everybody needs to look to when everything is going down. Like, man, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? And he's supposed to like follow my, not be crying in the corner waiting for Supergirl to give him a pep talk. This is some garbage.
Right.
This is some garbage.
Yeah, but anyway, the fighting and the fighting the smoke demons, and then the
cicadas essentially. They come in swarms, but all you gotta do is just swat them away.
That's it.
Right.
Hate it.
Terrible.
Lex Luthor getting wedged in there. I just
running around with a book of destiny. He used it
and rewrites
rewriting.
the rules.
Just rewrite. Yeah. Now I have powers and I can fight Kryptonians toe to toe.
But
boo boo.
But nobody witnessed that and say, hey, you might be a better weapon against Anti-Monitor since you're able to do all this stuff. If you can write in this book and you're able to do that, but why don't you write this dude away?
But see, he can't because he's so busy telling everyone that I'm evil. You just messed up a perfectly good bad guy plan.
That was ridiculous.
Are you serious right now? Now, see, everybody knows my stance.
That's corny.
On antagonists,
man.
That's
awful.
Bro, you're not supposed to know you're a bad guy.
Right.
Bro.
You think you're doing the right thing.
You think you're the right guy. You think you're in the right, and everybody else is wrong. You're just out there just twirling your mustache.
Yeah, that's awful. I hate it.
Terrible.
The worst.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The dude knows he's evil.
Yeah.
His nickname is Evil Genius.
Yeah.
And he embraces it.
Yeah.
No one knows.
And here's my thing with the crossing over universes. Why couldn't we have Huntress share more screen time? Why couldn't Tom Welling be in it more? Mm-hmm. Couldn't he get his powers back, or like what was his Superman like, or
it became obvious as these are just cameos. These are just fans.
I was just told.
And my goodness, Kevin Conroy, like,
okay, can we talk about the blasphemous?
That was bad. They took a dump on Kevin Conroy there, and I that's no disrespect to Kevin Conroy. Like,
that girl could have literally rubbed her Batwoman. I'm sorry, yeah, whatever. Literally, like, rubbed her feet on carpet and shocked the dude, and he fell down and crumbled and died. Like, is that what we doing to Batman now, man? Like, I don't like when he's throwing
Kingdom Come Batman.
And this is the one that apparently
he killed everybody. I took everybody out. That was a problem.
Here's the insult.
And kept all this stuff.
Well, hold on. Okay. So here's the insult to intelligence here. Supergirl finds out that this guy is bad by seeing some broken
Clark Kent glasses,
eyeglasses.
So
which battle did he fight? Did he whoop Clark Kent, or did he
whooped Superman and went in his back pocket and took his glasses and broke
held
them.
it as a trophy? I was like, what?
Absolutely terrible.
What?
That was
you
a
couldn't
clue.
get his cape or something.
Like,
first of all, you ain't supposed to be beating Superman. You just ain't. I don't care. You're not. They continue to neuter my man, dude. They just neutering my dude, man.
I despise the action throughout this.
Terrible.
You've already mentioned, but I mean, we really should have had
demons.
Like, why when finally, like, okay, they had to do that. Maybe they couldn't stage this in every episode, these big fights, so whatever. But even when they have to fight the Anti-Monitor, like,
they're off to the side,
one-on-one. Like, instead, they all surround them.
They stand around.
And basically, can you imagine this on set? They're just making hands at each other, right? And he just makes a bubble around himself. And then he grows to 100 feet or whatever. And then, but it's terrible, the smoke demon thing, because it's, first of all, it just it just sucks, right? It's terrible.
Yes, it does.
But then also, it's one of those things where, okay, so White Canary or Batwoman or random scientist guy
dude
with a stick or whatever.
He didn't even have a stick. He was
just swinging.
Bare hand.
If that is enough to destroy these things, why can't just Superman handle an infinite number of them.
Because they don't care about Superman
or Supergirl or they're so it makes no sense.
None.
If I as a dude can swing on one and hit it in the face and it'll
that's correct, and it'll just disappear and
My
it'll go
son
away
could be
like a
one of
cicada.
these.
Yes.
Then why doesn't Superman and Flash just zip through?
Tie them all up. Just fold them all up.
Stupid. I don't understand. They had to retreat. Retreat. Why?
Where are you running from? They don't. I don't even think they get hurt.
They don't show them getting hurt or overwhelmed or anything. It's just like
it's
there's
just
too
a
many
bunch
of
of
them.
them.
We have
Just
to
bugs.
Go. It's like, so what? There's a bunch of them. They're not doing
anything.
Humans get behind us.
A really large fan could have gotten rid of them.
It's terrible. I hate it.
Terrible.
Yeah, I hate it.
And I know it's budget constraints. They couldn't have like everybody because it's like, okay, you have the Legends of Tomorrow, which is a team of superpowered folks, but some of them are sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I don't want
Black
my
Lightning.
mixed up
We have Thunder and Lightning,
right,
with Black Lightning, and they couldn't come and put in work.
The Paragon did. I mean, the Harbinger didn't go get them.
Let's talk about the Harbinger and Pariah. In the Crisis books, Pariah and Harbinger had Harbinger. Yes, they had specific roles and character development in those books. In this series, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know what they.
There was the first 3 episodes, and they were just like in costume. And like, oh, there's the Monitor
with
or
this affect. They were, speaking with the and then just nothing.
Right. Spectre. It's like, okay,
plain clothes.
Right. Now, granted, when that guy became Spectre, I don't even know which show it was. Sorry, who cares? But he rolls up in purgatory in a members only jacket and some khakis.
Leather
and says,
I'm Spectre, and then his eyes go green.
Yes,
right. That's the best we get.
That's the best we do. We budget cuts. We spend all our money on the shadow cicadas.
Right.
Awful.
They put Ollie in a Lazarus pit, which they keep using that. Man. Like whenever somebody dies, just throw him in the Lazarus pit. Right. They'll be fine.
Right. Where's Raish at? I don't watch these shows.
Oh, he was killed by Ollie.
He's been dead a long time.
He got killed by Ollie.
Okay. So Oliver Queen killed him.
Yes.
Because he's Batman in this universe.
Right.
Yeah.
And there appears to be no Batman other than
Kevin Conroy
and
Batman. Well, there is a Batman.
But he's gone.
He's gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And no one can explain why. It's because
he
makes too much money in movie theaters.
He's in Europe with Selena Kyle on there.
Because he will never be on TV.
He never will be on TV.
Right.
Nope.
But you can get 2 Supermen on TV at the same time fighting a stupid fight.
By the way, boy, that new guy just looks...
Which new guy?
Pitiful compared to Brandon Routh. When you see Brandon Routh standing next to that dude, man.
Yes. but Brandon looks ridiculous in this. I hate the way he looks in that Superman.
See, man, seeing him standing next to the other dude, I was like,
he's dwarfing him
huge.
clearly.
Yeah,
he's a very slender Superman,
dude.
And he looks short.
Yes, I'm saying he's
like
short and
like
small.
a diminutive person.
Yeah.
Superman is not diminutive.
Yeah. That's the other issue I had.
What are we doing? He's at least 6'6".
Yeah, I don't know.
What are we doing?
That's the other issue I had. Ray Choi, they clearly wanted to say he's going to be the new Adam.
No.
He's not.
He got them hands on them shadow
and the
beasts.
technology to create to
shrink the dude.
Shrink the Anti-Monitor is the origin story of him. I don't know.
No. Stay tuned next season.
My one literal laugh out loud moment was when he's talking about that plan, and he says it's you go so far, you get so small, you actually pass into another universe. I call it the Atomverse, and then the other guy's like, well, I would call it the Microverse. He goes, that's even better. Might have some licensing issues there, but
he did
I died laughing at that. That was like, okay, that's good. That's
the one funny joke.
Legit. Yeah,
but if I heard like, oh, this is your crossover. Oh, you're the new guy. Oh, this is
the first crossover.
Terrible.
Excuse him.
And I literally I would get a wave of anger, and I would flash to a writer's room where there's a guy in there going, oh, this will be funny.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes that live in their grandma's basement. came out and wrote this garbage. We are in the minority. I don't think I liked anything before Ezra Miller's cameo.
I did like that.
Yes.
Yep.
I thoroughly appreciated it, as he and Aquaman were the bright spots of an otherwise movie that I thought I liked in the beginning until further review.
Right. That one went wet. That dropped so many. Have we ever discussed that?
Yeah, I apologize on the mic.
So many points. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I apologize on the mic for my erroneous review.
We were so excited to have.
We just wanted it to be
good.
Then we looked at the evidence.
Boy, we were like this.
And I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Same. Admit when I'm wrong, bro. And
I think we came back and said,
okay,
we're sorry.
We loved it, but we apologize.
Yeah, it's been
and
a long time.
If we didn't, we'll do it again. Right. But I was happy to see Ezra Miller, as I liked his Flash. Now they need to fix how he running in these movies. But no, this thing here, this wide arm thing. But I enjoyed that, and the fact that that's where he got his name originally. Because now I had to go back and look to see if they never really referred. He never gave himself a name in Justice League, right? Like he wasn't the Flash.
No.
So he's like, the Flash. Yeah. Keep that. And then he made a reference to Victor. Yeah. You know, and so I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good. Now I can appreciate.
Yep.
Though this series was horrible.
Right.
I still appreciate what it appears they're trying to do in fixing, curing all the ails.
Yeah, I do like that
in the DCEU. And I appreciate that. Now, the way they went about it was terrible.
Right.
But sometimes medicine is.
Yes.
Medicine tastes terrible. But sometimes it's good. Sometimes,
I like how they still left. Some of them are still out there. So apparently, because I thought the end result would be this single Earth. But it's like no, there's still a handful.
There's a bunch of other Earths. But the CW people are all together, on one,
right? But then
there's the Doom. They showed the DC Universe stuff, and then they showed
they're still on
the Wonder
Star
Girl
or whatever.
thing.
They're still on their own separate.
Yeah.
Because. Yes, DC Universe has its own shows. And they have to stay in their own lane.
That's correct.
So we've got like 5 Earths now instead of hundreds.
The Green Lantern series that they're coming out with.
Right.
They made a reference to that.
Right.
They made a reference to Swamp Thing.
Hats off to that.
Yeah.
But just the way they went about it, the road they took was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like a real bad trip to a paradise, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like an all-inclusive resort. The trip there was terrible.
The only 3 moments...
But hopefully when we get to the resort, it'll be very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, the only 3 moments that I enjoyed was, 1, the head nod.
Amazing.
Only the men of color would appreciate that. The African American community. Yes.
And I don't know if that came from the writing room. I think Diggle and I think it might have been just Black Lightning was sitting there hey, let's let's do this is we'll give them that.
Yep,
we'll give them
yeah.
And then the Ezra Miller cameo, and then they literally lifted the monologue at the beginning of issue 1 where it starts out with Black and Ollie is saying there was a darkness
or whatever, and then the thing,
and then a new universe, a new Earth was formed, and then other Earths came from that, and then they set up no, this is the playing field now, guys. We got all the CW shows on one Earth, Earth Prime, and then we have the Green Lantern show here. We got Doom Patrol. We got this. We got that. Stay tuned. Yeah. Okay. I was like, okay, they have an ending. And then we started getting into
the Hall of Justice
thing.
With
and I was like,
Kryptonians in it.
I was like, okay, I'll give you a pass on that.
Yeah, and because I wasn't really excited about that, because that Hall of Justice with that cast of characters is not the Hall of Justice.
And by the way, that Hall of Justice building, that was an abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
For Star Labs, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you see the outside of it? I mean, it's the Hall of Justice straight from
it's the fashion.
It's like, that's not
No,
it wouldn't be a abandoned.
No, it wouldn't. Nah, I didn't like that. Yeah, right. I knew what they were trying to do. It was terrible. I just, and that cast of characters is not Who's in the Hall of Justice. Like, you did all that stuff. This cataclysmic event, and you didn't bother looking for Diana Prince at all. Like, you just no one bothered to get her away. Because her movies are doing well.
Right.
Yeah. You don't.
We don't want to fool with Jason Momoa either. His movies are doing well. We don't need Shazam. We don't need none of them. Just y'all work this out. Just the only people that have movies have failed. Movies are doing well outside of the DCEU. Batman and everybody that's making money, stay away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bring this garbage in here and do this stuff.
But then
Batgirl, we need Batwoman. We need these batarangs.
When they ended with the Gleek thing, I was just like,
Star Labs. It was an engineered monkey, or the genetically engineered monkey. So we get the garbage Wonder Twins later. Now is that what we? I don't want that.
Wonder Twins activate. Terrible.
Boo-boo.
Absolutely terrible.
Boo boo. Just boo boo.
Gleek.
Gleek.
I'm curious going forward for Black Lightning, for example, because now Black Lightning exists on Earth
with the rest of them now.
And then also, but not only that, but the memories of everyone else.
Nothing.
Freeland
may not even be under occupation.
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean,
just none of that. Like all that's
they've always existed on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm very curious is, are the writers actually of all these shows actually going to handle that, or are we going to go back and see that actually nothing has changed, but now they're all on the same like
they kind of gave you a glimpse into what to expect. Mm-hmm. Remember when Supergirl and Flash got together and beat whoever that was with a
Weather Witch.
Umbrella.
Yeah. That made me angry.
Weather Witch.
Stupid.
That and then the Bebo magician.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I need this distraction to rob this bank or whatever he was doing. Anyway, that guy that wanted the autograph or whatever intimated that
was Marv Wolfman.
That was Marv Wolfman.
That's Marv Wolfman.
Yeah. By the way,
the writer.
Yeah.
That was the writer of the story.
Yeah. They threw him a little shout out.
Yeah,
it was his Stan Lee cameo. Anyway,
trash. Anyway, he's basically saying,
"Hey man, that dude was a legend, man."
Well, this was a mess.
Yeah, I know.
This was a mess. I'm not talking about anything else.
Not talking about Marv Wolfman.
No,
because he actually wrote a good story.
Mess. He's basically saying, you've always existed.
Yeah.
Because you're like, since when is it?
Right.
Since forever.
Yeah.
So the idea is going to be that everybody in the this earth now that lives in Freeland is going to be like, oh, yeah, we've seen Supergirl and Flash and all of them already. We know who they. So now when we go back to Black Lightning,
it's going to be a problem.
That's
what I want to know. Are they actually going to address it? Are they going to do that? Or are they just
they painted themselves in a corner. Yeah. They have to now. Like people in Freeland, hey, you can't live on an Earth and not know about Supergirl and Flash and all these people, irrespective of your not knowing what happened to cause that. Now on your Earth, this is a thing, and they're in papers and
does it
on
change
television.
Any of your ongoing storylines that they have going on?
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna have to, right? Because
maybe I don't know. Maybe Ollie's like, no, y'all need to suffer some more. Freeland. Y'all need to be under occupation. So
handling black unrest is not in our
right. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna pull a Watchman on them. Yeah.
We don't deal with that here.
Yeah.
But that what you were saying, the writers are going to have in their, I guess, whatever the show Bibles are. Mm-hmm. Hey, the main character has knowledge of the crisis.
Yes.
And nobody else does.
No.
And how does he or she interact with the rest of the characters? Mm-hmm. Now, the way Black Lightning ended before the crisis,
everything was wiped out.
Everything was wiped out, but Jen
was still
out there.
Yep, still out there in between like the passes through different Earths.
So I'll be curious if when they come back, if she's gonna go, wait, Dad, something happened. I don't know what it was, but something happened and I didn't like it.
Yeah,
because I'm aware she's OP now.
I mean, your boy John Jones gonna have to come through and be like,
here you go.
Yeah,
let me give you some of this reverse MIB. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gonna touch Tobias Wells?
What?
Syphilis, Martian.
Right. That might be the only thing I enjoy too, because I don't watch any of the shows, and has John Jones ever taken the Martian Manhunter form?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had. Okay, I enjoyed that because I
Budget
didn't watch
ran
it.
out.
I particularly like Martian Manhunter a lot.
I do,
and I was happy to see that. He looked pretty cool too.
He looks cool in the Supergirl.
But
show,
the thing is, he doesn't get the respect. That dude is strong. I mean, until you get a torch, and the dude, freaks out. But he's like OP to a level too.
Yeah,
like,
they have him fighting white Martians and all kind of stuff on Super.
Yeah, and he's
really
like
cool.
he morphs into. I mean, that dude is dope.
But the budget must be running out because they keep that dude in street clothes
all the time.
It's like, dude,
but
they glow his eyes, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. But in the comics, the stuff that he can do, they don't have the money to do the stuff that he can do.
Them changing the dragons.
Yeah, they don't have the budget for him or Green Lantern to make stuff.
Make his giant catcher's mitt.
Yeah, they don't have the money for that. They don't. They don't have the money for that. So they keep John Jones in a leather bomber.
Yeah,
and
always
walking around. So,
and then making Ollie Spectre.
And then a man called him, Sith look or whatever he said. I was like, man, we talking about Star Wars right now.
See,
what are we doing?
Yes, the writing was terrible.
Trash.
Yeah, there's not enough. I mean, we've pretty much exhausted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, where was Cisco?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Cisco.
They just got real low budget at the end. They just couldn't. They didn't bother to put people in. Just put everybody on there. Just have everybody, even if you don't have them speak. They should just. Everybody should
be in costume. Yes.
Yeah. Like it should have been all hands on deck. Vibe is pretty powerful. Like
correct.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, I don't understand that. I just think it's a budgetary scheduling. It's a budgetary.
2 Kryptonians should be all you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need anything else but 2 Kryptonians.
And then they made reference to there was an iconic panel in Crisis, the book.
They swapped it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You said your girl bought the farm, right? You talking about
correct.
that one?
Mm-hmm. And she was about to charge, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna do it. They're gonna kill Super." And I was like, "No, they're not gonna do it."
Right. And Superman's the one sold up. I can't get out. Somebody help me.
And then they shrink him, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here. Yeah.
We talking about Kal-El." Okay, man, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
I'm just so disappointed.
And just while I'm picking this stuff, I mean, I don't know. I think Ruby Rose got hurt or something. I don't know what the deal is, but the final scene, the final battle with the Anti-Monitor, she was not on set.
Yeah. Well, she shouldn't.
So they didn't. She's there, but no, that woman is there. The character is there throughout the whole final fight.
Okay.
But Ruby Rose, the actress, was not there. They never cut to her. She never speaks. They never show her face. She's fighting. There's somebody standing in front to where you can't see her face, or it's from far back, or she's in mid-twist to jump.
Is she in the middle of another project or something?
I don't know what the deal was, but she was not there on that day where they shot the final battle, and it was just so obvious. Like,
see, that's what
they cut to everybody.
Very discerning.
Oh, it drove me crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
I picked it up immediately when they were doing all of them, like, them walking up, for the final battle,
right.
and it had everybody was saying for
Ollie,
and she didn't say it, and she was like so important. Like they never cut to her saying it. They never. It drove me crazy.
Wow,
so,
I didn't even see.
Yeah, she wasn't even there. It was her stunt. It was her fill-in.
Ninja.
Yeah, and then Lex Luthor, like now that we're in the new world, and then Lex Luthor is pretty much like
the dude
being close to president at this point.
Yeah, this is. I don't like Lex Luthor's character either. I don't like how they wrote him as I know I'm evil. I could go all day on that garbage. Yeah, man.
He's sharing the screen with Superman and not even one reference. That's his mortal enemy, right? Not even one look or just never.
No, it's all Supergirl.
Yeah.
It's just no respect. No respect for my man. Just no respect.
Yeah, Superman was useless in this whole thing. He didn't do.
He's kind of useless in the DC, in DC in general now. He He is an A-lister with D-list status. A-lister in the fact that everybody in the world knows who he is. Yeah. Everybody knows at least 5 of his powers. But he's garbage.
Right.
He's a D-list character because nobody cares about him.
Yeah.
Well, nobody knows how to write him.
Yeah, it's hard to
write him.
When you put God in your comic, it's kind of hard. It's like Dr. Manhattan. Like, you got to make him be like, well, I already know how everything unfolds, so therefore I'm powerless to do anything about it. Like, you have to do something dumb like that. Like,
but you still keep giving shine to Supergirl. At least let him outshine her if you're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I understand that, but it's just like you said. It's corporate, right? Mm-hmm. She got a show, so we gotta hype her at every turn because after this is over with, we still want you to tune in on whatever day she comes on. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have her looking slaw and then watch the show.
Right.
Superman's going away, so we can treat him however we want.
But whenever there's a threat like Anti-Monitor, there should be people that step up and go, "No, I got this."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all can go.
John Jones, Superman, Green Lantern.
Instead, we got White Canary going Sky Team. Like, okay,
White Canary, get out of here. What can she do other?
And I would say Flash didn't even do much. Flash didn't do much either.
He ran around in the most convoluted. I didn't understand. It was more
they bit off more
confusing and convoluted than Endgame was for me to follow as far as time manipulation and Speed Force. And I didn't understand anything was going on. They would say stuff, it would go right over my head. I'm thinking, okay, when is it almost over? When are they gonna fight?
Yeah, it's terrible.
In this is terrible. I'm not following it. I can't even tell you what the plot is. I don't understand why purgatory. I'm like, man, what are we doing? This is garbage.
All of this is just, all that's
smoke screen to fix the DCEU. And I thank you for that. You did it. Now that you have a roadmap to destination.
It actually is not pointing to DCEU.
Well, I'm just saying.
DCEU is what I understand is like
the movies.
Yeah.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm saying. They, because they did this, they can pretty much say, ignore the stuff that you may know about. As far as
different Earth,
right? Mm-hmm. Batman, Superman. Mm-hmm. No, don't worry about that. That was wiped out.
But then they have a cameo of Flash, which makes it confusing though.
Well, he's in the Speed Force. Remember, they met in this thing, and you see what I'm saying? Outside of it,
yeah.
And so, and we just so happen to be working on a Flash movie, so we can make everything work. They can make this work if they navigate carefully. And for that, I'm appreciative.
They can actually connect to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. And they can keep Aquaman. And they can keep, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They can do this.
Right.
They can do it. They can do it. I mean, even this Wonder Woman 84 is like, this doesn't even necessarily have to have anything to do with what she did, like, later. Right. In Justice League or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can wipe all that away. Oh, but that's still Wonder Woman, though. It still works out. Mm. They can fix. They literally. I feel like they literally did this in an effort to try to right what's going on wrong in the DCEU and give people something to watch on CW. Really, I did. I really think this was because we were all in the camp that they just need to destroy everything and start over, and they essentially did that with a story wrapped around it, without getting rid of everything cold turkey, trying to make it compelling enough to where, different Earth, it happened on television. This is why this is like that now, and they can use it to explain. And like I said, if they do that, I applaud you. I appreciate that, but what you wrote was boo-boo. but if it works, I don't care. Fix the movies.
Yeah.
Because your shows are terrible. Fix the movies.
Awful.
So, there's that.
And then I'm assuming Anti-Monitor will always come back.
I guess.
Because he's shrunk down and they can always bring him back. And then Monitor, I guess he's just dead.
I don't know.
I guess he died.
The dawn of time.
Right.
Yeah, okay. 10,000 years ago. The dawn of time. I was so confused. The whole dawn of time thing. I was just like, okay, whatever you got to do to reset everything so these movies will be better. I don't care. So, there it is.
We're y'all. In a minority.
We're in a minority. Prove us wrong, though. Holla at us out there on the Facebook group. Let us know what you think. We value everyone's thoughts and opinions on this. You have our thoughts and opinions. Thank you to everyone who has been a supporter on patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. You can listen to that podcast, our podcast, and all our other podcasts out on Patreon, as well as on the website EST1982podcast.com, and everywhere that you may get your podcasts. Is there anything else you want to add to this broadcast of hate?
Though the corniness, I am intrigued on how they're going to move forward, and I'm going to tune in to see
with the show, with the rest of the shows.
Yeah, especially Black Lightning.
That is
Freeland. Really, we're gonna have a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem if
I want to see what new this Earth Prime looks like. Freeland Earth Prime looks like.
Yes.
Yep.
I have a sneaking suspicion
that it'll still be the same.
Nothing will have changed. Yeah.
That's trash.
Yeah.
Bring back Agent Odell.
No, they're bringing him back. It's just like
what is he? What's his? Yeah.
The fact that they had this storyline that had consequences, and then all of a sudden this event happens, and then now they're on a new Earth.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, they might not even be under occupation anymore. Everything might be completely different now.
Which is fine if they do it.
They have
the
to
right
address
way.
it.
They have to do it the right way. Yeah. And does it taint what Black Lightning what the show was doing in terms of?
Yeah.
How does we could talk about that on the podcast
another time. But give us your thoughts, and man, until next time, we'll holler at you.